Hello, this is Mike Bitter with Affordable Social Media, and today we are going to talk a little bit about social media marketing. We're going to talk a lot about social media marketing today. And what I want to do is I'm going to try to simplify social media marketing or make it a little bit simpler so you understand it a little bit better. I teach social media marketing. I teach Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, blogging, and email marketing. And I also have clients that I guess you could say I practice what I preach. And I also learn new ways to do marketing and how to market businesses on the internet. One of the things that I want you to realize is this recording is, it's not necessarily in a professional environment. What I mean is I'm not in a recording studio. I'm sitting at my desk in my office, so you may hear my chair squeak, you may hear people walking in the halls, but I felt that this was so important that I wanted to present this to you and at least get the content out to you. Yes, this is me. If you want to send me an email, there's my email address. Make a post on my Facebook, send me a tweet, connect with me on LinkedIn. Down at the bottom, all of my events that are upcoming are at, you just go to mikebitter.com/events and they're all right there. Okay, our agenda for today. Let's talk about what is social media marketing. Why would you use social media? I mean, just because everybody else is using it? Just because every time you walk down the street and you see somebody looking at their cell phone, and chances are they're looking at Facebook, they're looking at Twitter, they're looking at their email, but if you're not out there and you're not posting and publishing, you're not one of the people that they're looking at. We're going to go over a little bit of how you do it well. What are some of the best practices? How do you connect with people? What's this thing called content? And what do you look for in content? What are some of the conversations that you have with people? How do you open up a dialogue? And then we have some next steps, some other things to consider after my presentation. And no, I'm not going to try to sell you anything during my presentation. I would love to sell you more products, but this is just going to be a presentation that I'm going to talk to you about social media marketing. I'm just going to pass on knowledge to you about it. And I just didn't want you to get scared with the next steps. Social media, what is it and why do it? This is an awesome video on YouTube. It's called Social Media Revolution or Social Revolution. And Socialnomics did it. They've also written a book, Eric Qualman. It really kind of epitomizes what's going on with social media. So if you go to Social Media Revolution, you just type it in Google. It will show you the videos, and I would suggest it's about a 3 or 4 minute video. Sit down and really look at how well this has been put together really well. But I don't want to run it here because I'm a little bit concerned about copyrights, and I don't want to seem like I'm stealing anything from Eric. So I'm going to leave you with the link. You can copy the link down and or just Google it, Social Media Revolution. This is what social media marketing is. You want to get your message down the internet superhighway. What it is you have a message that is sitting in your business. It's your business message. And you want to get it moving down the highway and out to people, out to other people along the way. You want your message to get to the final destination. So you put it on this internet superhighway. You write something, you type something, and then as soon as you hit enter, it starts heading down that internet superhighway. You're going to meet a lot of people along the way. Some people you're going to like, some people you aren't. Some people are going to want to do business with you, some people aren't. It's just what happens when you're out on the internet. But you are hitting a multitude of people. It's like sitting at your desk and talking to hundreds of people every day. I mean, just think about it. How long does it take you to have one appointment with one person? It takes you about an hour plus prep time, driving there or however you're going to get there, do your appointment and come back. With the internet, with social media marketing, you can sit at your desk and talk to people all day long if you'd like to. But the key to this is this very last point is it needs to be relevant and interesting content. Okay? That's what people are looking for. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so what you want to do is you want to show people how much you care by giving them information that they're interested in. And giving them that relevant and interesting information is an extremely important part of social media marketing. Be careful about trying to sell to people. We've all been sold to, and we know what it's like. Okay, this is something else. This isn't mine either. This is someone else's. I'm not sure where I got it. It came across Facebook, so I picked it up. This is the social media. You know, with LinkedIn, it's hire me. With Twitter, it's accept me. YouTube is watch me. You kind of get the idea. I just wanted to kind of throw a joke, something in there just to kind of lighten the mood a little bit. But this is really what it is. The new word of mouth is engagement. Then it becomes a world of mouth, people talking to other people. I don't know if you remember, but a long time ago, people talked across their back fence. I know people don't do it that much anymore. And if you had a complaint or a recommendation, oops, sorry about that, or a recommendation, what happened is your neighbor saw it. Your neighbor heard it. Your neighbor didn't see it. Your neighbor heard it, and your neighbor and or your neighbor's wife are about the only two people that heard it, and it may go a little further than them, it may not. But this is what's happening nowadays. You've got Twitter, you've got Google Plus, you've got Facebook, email. It's no longer shared across the fence. It becomes a word of mouth. This is the new word of mouth. It's engagement, word of mouth. If you have a bad experience, or let me rephrase that, if someone has a bad experience with your business, it's no longer sharing it across the fence. It's broadcasting it to hundreds of people. Keep that in mind with your business. And if you're not in social media, you need to consider at least monitoring social media, because you want to know what people are saying about your brand. This is the engagement marketing model, and this is Constant Contacts. Gail Goodman, it's in her book called Engagement Marketing. I would say her book, Gail Goodman, G-A-I-L, Goodman, Goodman, Engagement Marketing. This is her engagement marketing model, and I like it. I think she has really kind of hit the nail on the head with this. Okay, the first thing you have is your front door. This is where people come in at, and so when people walk in your front door of your business, one thing you want to do is you want to provide them a wow experience. When they come in, you want them to feel at home. You want them to enjoy the experience of being in your shop, because after you do that, what you want to do is you want to entice them to stay in touch, either through email or maybe through Facebook, but some way you want to entice them to stay in touch. But if you haven't provided them that wow experience, chances are they may not want to stay in touch with you. And ultimately, that's what we want to do. So after you entice people to stay in touch with you, then you start engaging them. You engage them with certain things. You engage them with discussions, promotions, Events are huge. Social media marketing is event driven. But what you want to do is you've enticed people to stay in touch. You have their email address. They've connected with you on Facebook. Now give them something to talk about. Give them something to remember you and to actually engage with you now that they've left your shop. Because when they engage, now you have people that are going to come back in your door. And that's awesome. That's awesome because you have these people that have done business with you. They keep coming back. But you still want to grow your business. And one of the things that happens with social media marketing is when you engage with people and when you engage with them where they are. You have to go where your customers are. If they're on Facebook, make sure you're on Facebook. If they're on Twitter, make sure you're on Twitter. So you want to engage with your clients where they are. And what happens is this engagement drives social visibility. And when you get social visibility, that's the same thing as when people used to talk over the fence, and now they send things out through Google Plus, through Facebook, with Twitter. There's where you get your social visibility, and that's what you want people. That's what you want for your business is social visibility. And we're going back to this. We're not done with this yet. For some reason, that went to the next page. I'm not sure why, but I've got some goofy things going on with this. So now we're getting social visibility. People are seeing you talk to other people in their social networks, so they want to be part of that. This is where the social word of mouth comes in. And you start getting ratings. People start sharing comments. They start sharing the articles that you have on their LinkedIn, their Facebook, their Twitter. And what happens with that is that you start getting new prospects because they start hearing what other people are saying about you, and they want to come in your door also. They want to see what they've got going on, what you've got going on in your business. And they've heard a lot about you. They've heard about you from your friends. So that's how you get, this is how the engagement marketing model works, and this is how we envision social media marketing. Is it's providing the wow experience, enticing people to stay in touch with you, engaging with them now that they're wanting to stay in touch. That drives social visibility. You get social word of mouth, and now you get new prospects coming in your door. And the whole cycle starts all over again. So this is what I like about the engagement marketing model, and it is working really well. Marketing has changed. Duh. Look at what's going on with newspapers. How many newspapers have closed their doors? Radio stations are having a hard time. But this is what's happening with marketing. This is traditional marketing. What you would do in traditional marketing is you would find as many people as you possibly can, and you dump people into your funnel. You don't care where you're getting them from, you don't care where they come from, but you're dumping them into your funnel. And then you get people to convert, as always, and down here you get what's left over, kind of the scraps of all of these people that you found and you threw into your funnel. So what has happened nowadays is this funnel it's inverted. It's called flip the funnel. Joe Jaffe came up with this, and the new marketing is that you don't have to go out and find as many people because you're there. When you're in social media marketing, you're on Facebook, you're on Twitter. People already see what you're doing. So going out and finding them is not an issue. You get more that convert because they come to you based on recommendations from other people, and you keep a bigger chunk of the pie because you're building relationships with people. And that's what social media marketing is all about. It's all about building relationships with people. You have to give people interesting content that is relevant to them or what they're looking for. What you have is powerful. You look at how you've become successful. You can market your business because you have loyal, happy customers, an excellent customer experience, and you have interesting, important things to say about you and about your business, about your products and about your services. Share that with people. People enjoy hearing what other people are doing and the successes they're having with it. Doing it well. Here's some best practices that we have come up with. When you start social media marketing, this is the biggest thing that I see when people start is they want to do it all at once. Set reasonable goals and expectations. The first and foremost thing you want to do is leverage your excellent customer experience. People want to know how much you care. This will drive engagement. It'll encourage participation. People will talk about you and let other people know about your product and service for you. You're going to get endorsements out of it, and you're going to reach new customers because people are going to engage with other people about your product and service. Turn that around. That's if everything's going good. But keep in mind also that if you don't provide a good product and service, they will talk about that also. Connecting with we're going to talk about connecting with prospects, the content and conversations, how you have conversations with people. When you connect people or when you connect with prospects, you're out on the super highway and you're going, well, where are they? Well, people are out there and they are in their own places, the places that they like to hang out. And it could be Facebook. It could be LinkedIn. It could be Twitter. Find out where your clients are, and that is how I would start my social media marketing, or that's how I did. And that's what I do with my clients is we go out and find out where they are. If they're on Facebook, that's where we start building the following. If they're on LinkedIn, that's where we start building their following is from LinkedIn. Your site, your prospects and members are using certain sites. Just find out which sites they are at. Find out which ones your partners and suppliers are using. Who are they talking to? Who are their customers? And above all, last thing, know which sites your competitors are using. Find out what your competitors are saying to their clients. Find out what how they're marketing to them. You may find that this will work with you. Whatever they're doing will also work with you. Brand your presence. Couple things with branding your presence. The first and foremost thing you want to do is complete your organizational profile and make sure that that profile is correct. Look at your description, your contact information, your web URL. Are all of those correct? Have somebody else look at them. Make sure that the numbers in your telephone are correct. There's the correct number of numbers in your address. Make sure that that is not misspelled because people are out there looking for you. 68% of the people look online for your business before they ever call you and walk in the door. Keep that in mind so that make sure your information is correct. And the other thing is if you have an email marketing system, hopefully it has this little app where people can sign up for your email marketing system right on your Facebook site. So Constant Contact does have that. So you can ask people to join your newsletter right on your site. Brand your presence. Make sure that your icons are all the same in between your Twitter, your Facebook, I don't know, on your LinkedIn. Just make sure you have a professional looking icon on your LinkedIn, on your Twitter, on your blog. So when people go from one social site to another, they don't have to decide whether they're still looking at your business or not. And then add starter content. And we'll talk about starter content in just a little bit. It's just basic information about your company to send people to your Facebook. To send your people to your website, to send people to your Twitter. Let them know the other places that you are available. Focus what you're doing. Make your social presence a reflection of your organization, not your personal life. Keep your professional page and your professional social media professional. And then people won't get a mixed message. Let them see who you are. Let them see who your business are. When you're marketing in social media, it's not about the people who don't like you or who don't want what you have. It's about the people who do want what you have and who do want to work with you. Those are the people that you're looking for. Those are the people that you develop your content to get. And when you're building your content, stick with what you know. Choose your expertise in your areas of engagement and stick to those. Again, so you don't blur lines with people who are reading your content. When I get done reading a piece of content, I want to know what the writer wants me to do. And of course, stay social. Have fun. Talk to people. Invite them to come to your business. Invite them to talk to you. And next, we're going to move right into the content. Content. This is some basic content that you can use just to get you started, who you are, or I should say more so who your business is if you're talking about your business. Make sure you give people your website address. If you're on Facebook, you're on Twitter, maybe a comment like, hey, have you seen my new website, or have you been to my website yet? And then give them the link. If you have social addresses, put those on there. And then links to other types of information, relevant information or information that you have on your blogs. The reason is you only have so much room for your posts. With Twitter, it's 144 characters. That's all you can put into Twitter. So you'll want to send people to bigger pieces of information. Of course, content is king. It's the feeder of social networks. But the key to content is to rebroadcast content, to repurpose it. Build content in one place and then put it in other places. If you build it on your blog, put it on your Facebook and Twitter. Maybe even put that information into your LinkedIn, depending on what it is. And keep in mind that the best content causes people to share. When you're building content or when you're putting content together for your social media marketing, ask your question to yourself that is this something that people who are reading my content would share around the dinner table at night? If not, maybe you want to rethink about how you are writing your content. What's the purpose behind your content? Of course, original content will get you higher on the Google rankings, and it also gets in front of more people. There's something on the internet that I don't want to say it filters out, but it tells people when it's original content, and original content usually gets more visibility. Few words about content channeling. Where do you put this content? Well, if you look around at this slide, you'll see there's a few places. There's Twitter, there's LinkedIn, Facebook, blogging, and on and on and on. There's all kinds of places that you can put them. I, for the most part, have stayed with the big five, which is Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, blogging and email marketing. I've stayed with those. And I've done that for the most part because I've seen a lot of social sites come and go. When I see Facebook, what I think is that Facebook has, when I see that it has more than 1 billion active users, I think that of that as there's more than 1 billion prospects on Facebook. There's over 1 billion people that I can connect with on Facebook. And even if 0.5% of those like your product or service enough to buy it, just think of those numbers. More than 50% of Facebook people log on any given day. If you don't have a business page and you have a business, build a business page. Go out there, create a page, and get your business name, because names are harder and harder to find in social media. Now, content. We're still talking about content. We're talking about Facebook. If you post a video with your Facebook post, you will get 100% more engagement. Now, this isn't going to happen all the time, but there has been a study that was done in 2012 that said you would get 100% more engagement. You think that's amazing. What do you think happens when you put up a picture? You get 120% more engagement. And you know, on Facebook you can put a picture up, but they have another really cool function, and that is to put up an album. You can put up more than one picture. And a lot of times you're shooting, you know, you're in an event, you shoot 5 or 6, 7, 8, 10, 20 pictures. Put them all into Facebook as an album. You'll get 180% more engagement. Try that. Let me know what you see. We're seeing this happen all the time. And let me know what if you're seeing any statistics that are different than that. Also, 38% of people check their Facebook every day on their cell phone, so keep that in mind. Here's a picture. I mean, everybody that's seen this has seen something different, and it kind of gives you an idea of visuals. And one thing that I did not notice that somebody pointed out the other day is that there is a little guy on the screen right back here. We don't know how he snuck in there, but he's in that picture. So those are other little things. And did anybody see the little guy in there? And you can start engagement with that, asking that question, but at least find out if you see a picture like this, or if you see something like this, or you see something out of the ordinary, take out your camera, take out your smartphone, snap a picture of it, put it up on Facebook. Twitter. Twitter is awesome. There are some people that swear by it. And I'll tell you the same thing that I told you a little bit ago. Twitter, 160 million registered users. I look at that as a potential of 160 million prospects. Over 100 million of those are active users. 60% of users follow organizations, brands, companies, and products. If you're not on Twitter, they can't follow you. And this engagement comes through sharing. Again, like I said before, the longer content that you have, post it somewhere, like on a blog, or give people a link to a story that you've read if you want to share it with them, rather than trying to, well, you only have 140 characters. I think I said 144 a little bit ago. I stand corrected. It's 140 characters on Twitter. And that's not a whole lot of room to put up very much information. So what you want to do is you want to share links to interesting content. But the other thing is ask for feedback. Whenever you make a post, tell people what you want them to do. Give me feedback on this. What do you think about that story? I didn't like it too much. What are your thoughts? Try to get feedback from people on whatever you've posted. That's part of engagement. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is huge. 86% of B2B marketers use LinkedIn, and there's over 75,000 nonprofit groups on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is huge. It is so big. I teach a two-part course on how to use LinkedIn. It's a beginner, not really a beginner. It's just a techniques for using LinkedIn, and then an advanced techniques for using LinkedIn. Biggest thing I would say is make sure that your profile is set up. Your profile will take a while to set up correctly, but get it set up correctly. Also, and what I mean is make sure your summary is there, make sure you have experience, your colleges you've attended, things along those lines for LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn company page, I also suggest get a LinkedIn company page. At the very top, right underneath the search bar, there is a place a little down where it says interests. Click on interests. Companies will come up, put in companies, and then down on the right hand side it'll say create a page, and you can create your company page right there. It's free. Email marketing. This is the next piece of this big puzzle, making it personal. Because what we've shown so far is we have shown that everything so far has been social. But when you're on social, not only can you see what your competitors are doing, but they can see what you're doing. When you take it to someone from social and you start conversing with them through email marketing, you've done a couple of things. You've made it more personal, because with email marketing systems like Constant Contact, they'll have a salutation at the beginning. Dear Mike, dear John, dear George, or it'll just say greetings, but there's always going to be something there, and it's about making it personal, starting to work one-on-one with people rather than in a social world. It's cost effective. It costs 20 times less for email than it does for direct mail. Direct mail has about a 10% open rate. Email marketing has a 16 to 20% open rate. We are averaging right now about 30 to 40% open rates. No long turnaround times. All you do is develop your newsletter for your email marketing and you send it out. You can change colors, you can change fonts, you can make it however you want to make your newsletter work. Think about email marketing. Just think about the number of people. When I do presentations, I usually ask who has Facebook, who has LinkedIn, who has Twitter, and it's different numbers of people depending on the presentation, but usually nobody has all three, and so it's kind of spattered. Nobody has all three, but then we've got the other things, Pinterest, Instagram, and YouTube that people are on, but they're mostly on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. But then when I ask about email marketing, everybody raises their hand that everybody has an email address. Everybody receives email every day. Are they receiving your email? If they're not, then they don't see your business every day. Out of 6 billion people on the planet, 4.8 billion have a mobile device. Mobile is really important. With email marketing, most email marketing, what they will do is they are mobile. They're ready for mobile. And keep in mind that what will happen is that with a newsletter or an email, with an email marketing system, is it will eclipse to the right side. What that means is if there's anything over on the right side, it will cut it off. So when you're placing your banner, your company information into a newsletter, make sure it's on the left-hand side. So out of 6 billion people, 4.8 billion people have a mobile device, but only 4.2 billion people own a toothbrush. Can you believe that? 600,000 people. I figure those 600,000 people probably are using a virtual toothbrush on their smartphone. And everybody checks their email. And everybody, about 38% of the people with smartphones check their email on smartphones. I think that's probably a lot higher than that. One of the TV shows I was watching the other day said that an average person checks their cell phone 120 times a day. That is just incredible as far as I'm concerned. Okay, email marketing. It's real simple. There are templates, and that's what you're looking at here. There's pre-made templates that you can grab and use. Here's some more. These are nonprofit templates. Down at the bottom center is an activities calendar. So there's already things that are made for you. You can switch out the pictures. There's already templates that are made for you. You can switch out the pictures. If you want something like, there's even a certificate of achievement in this in particular is Constant Contact. So there's all kinds of templates are fairly simple. Analytics, there's analytics behind the scene that not only tell you information like how many were sent, when things were sent out, what was your bounce rate, are the number of emails that did not get to their intended recipient. This is your open rate. This is the percentage of people that open your email, and these are the number of people that clicked on one of the links within your email marketing. Again, email marketing is another one of those that there is so much information with email marketing. I teach an entirely separate class. It's called Marketing on a Shoestring Budget. The other analytics, if you go down below where we were just looking, is these are the click-throughs. These are the links that people clicked through within your email. And what you can, the beauty of this is it tells you what people like to see. You had 15 people click through. 9 of those people, or 60%, clicked through to this article. So with that, and if you look, it says it's the ugly truth about your toothbrush. This is the full article. This is a newsletter from a dentist in Omaha. And so what it's telling you is out of those 15 people, 60% of them are concerned about their toothbrush. That kind of gives you a clue of the content that you want to provide for people in your social network. So this kind of gives you an idea of what your readers want to read, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to find interesting and pertinent content that they're interested in. Conversations, what to say. Social media do's, be the expert. That's what to say. Let people know that you're the expert. Focus on the content. It's not about you. It's about what you know about what you do. Share knowledge that you have about certain things. It's like I was talking to a person who does lawn care, and he said he was a small company, and he said that he is losing business to the people who, the businesses, the other lawn care business that drives up in the nice van. They have the nice uniforms, and so he's losing business to these nicer looking companies. And I asked him what he was doing different that other people, the people with the nice vans, are doing. And he said, nothing. We're offering the same service. And then what I said was, if you're doing email marketing, or consider doing email marketing, and share with people how to take care of their lawns. Tell them when to fertilize. Tell them when to put down a weed eater. Tell them how to take care of the flowers around their patio. Give them information. And he had never thought about that. But that will separate him from that other company. That will could give him the leg up to get him that additional business. Again, it's about communicating, engaging. and engaging, trading useful information for their attention. Um, will people talk about what you wrote with their friends? If you are a um, if you are a lawn care company and you tell them when to fertilize their yard, yeah, people are going to talk about it. And several things are going to happen when you tell people when and how to fertilize their yard. First off, you're going to have the person that's going to say, well, I don't need you, I can do it yourself. Well, that's great. He's going to do it himself, and because he has the time and the money to do that. But when he's sitting around talking with people and someone says, well, how did you know it was the right time of year? What do you think he's going to say? Well, Mike's lawn care business told me that it was the right time of the year. The other person that you're going to have is the person who knows that it needs to be done, but just decides not to do it. I'm just not going to do it. I don't have the time or the money. And then the third one is the person who doesn't have the time, does have the money, and knows it needs to be done. And who do you think they're going to call? Well, they just got done reading your newsletter. Why wouldn't they call you? So what you have is you have the person that's going to have business, that's going to give you business because you engaged with them. You're going to have the person who isn't going to do that, and his lawn is just going to go lousy all year. And then you have the other person who, even though he's going to do it himself, he's going to tell other people about it. And that's that word of mouth, that world of mouth that it starts happening. That person is going to share the information that he knows. Be an expert by sharing with people what you do. They will know that you're the expert. You're the person that they want to come to. Social media don'ts. What not to include. Don't pitch. Don't continually sell to people. People don't like that unless people just don't like being pitched to. What we usually say is we usually go with about a 1-to-4 or 1-to-5 ratio. One marketing for about every 4 to 5 pieces of information that we put in front of people. Don't overly self-promote. That's people just don't, they are not as attracted to that as people who share information. And don't stray from your areas of information into areas like your personal life, politics, sports, religion. If you want to get a lot of people up in arms about a subject, this is a good way to do that, is start talking one of those things and you will have people jump on board. Remember, you've already paid for people. It costs 6 to 7 times more to bring a customer on than it does to keep a customer. Repeat customers usually spend 67% more at your store than new customers. So that's where you want to provide people the wow experience when they come in your door, because you want your repeat customers to come back. You don't want them to have one bad experience and go to the other person down the block. They are also your referral engines. The sooner they make 10 person, by the time they've made 10 purchases, they've referred up to 7 people about your business. Same thing's going to happen is if they don't have a wow experience and or if they have a bad experience, they're also going to let people know. So next steps, where do we go from here? Here's a couple of things. Get a social media quick start. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. It's socialquickstarter.com. Register for free webinars. I am a local expert for Constant Contact, so that's why at the bottom it has constantcontact.com Learning Center, and we have free webinars there. You can take a free webinar whenever you would like. There are also free, we have free social media marketing classes offered locally. And of course, the last thing, sign up for a free email marketing trial. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. It doesn't cost you anything. And you get to use Constant Contact free for 60 days. You get the tools, coaching, and they'll coach you through your first campaign. The one thing that I ask, just go to asmemailmarketing.com and then I know that you have signed up for it, and I can kind of keep an eye on your progress from there. I don't bother you. I don't make phone calls. Constant Contact will call you to help you get your campaign started and help you with your newsletter. No strings attached. Just to let you know though, email marketing with Constant Contact is as cheap as $20 a month. And that is up to 500 email addresses, and you can send out emails as many times as you like during that month. And again, down at the bottom, asmemailmarketing.com will take you right to a sign up page. This is Quick Starter. I told you about it. It's down at the bottom. It says socialquickstarter.com. And in socialquickstarter.com, you will get Social Media 101, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, more information that you could imagine. It's all free. Constant Contact does not ask for your email address or your credit card number or anything. They just want you to have this information, so it's all there and it's all free. That is it. Hopefully I've simplified social media marketing a little bit more, kind of giving you an idea of what social media marketing is. I will be having other seminars coming up, so just kind of keep your ear out. And if there's any questions, shoot me an email. There's a different email address down at the bottom than what I started with. This is a little easier, mike@asmomaha.com. And I look forward to hearing from you. Keep your ear out for other seminars or other webinars like this one that I will be giving in the future. Take care. Have a great day. Engage with people. Make it relevant and interesting. And good luck, and I wish you much success. Bye.